ይህ የምትመለከቱት የ2022 የሴቶች የ5000 ሜትር የፋይናል ውድድር ነው። በዚህ ውድድር ላይ ሀገራችን እጅግ አስደማሚ ውጤት አስመዝግባለች። አትሌቶቻችን ያሳዩት የቡድን ስራ እጅግ በጣም የሚገርም ነበር፣ ገራሚ ነበር። እንደምታውቁት ለተሰንበት ግዳይ ከ10000 ሜትር በ10000 ሜትር ወርቅ እንዳስመዘገበች ይታወቃል። እንዲሁም አትሌቶችን ለማገዝ ደግሞ ወደ 5000 መታ ያሳየችው ፐርፎርማንስ ብቃት እጅግ ገራሚ ነበር። በአጠቃላይ የቡድን ስራው በጣም የሚገርም ነበር። እዚህ ውጤት ላይ ደግሞ ከፍተኛውን ይሄ ውጤት እንዲመዘገብ ከፍተኛውን የአመራር ክህሎቷን ያሳየችው አትሌት ደራርቱ ቱሉም እጅግ በጣም ክብር ይገባታል። የአመራር ክህሎቷን በውጤት የታጀበ ነበር እና ደራርቱ ቱሉን እንኳን ደስ አለሽ ማለት እፈልጋለሁ። በአጠቃላይ ኢትዮጵያውያን እንኳን ደስ አላችሁ። ሀገሬ ኢትዮጵያ ሳቂ ብላለች ደራርቱ ቱሉ። ሀገሬ ኢትዮጵያ ሳቂ። አሁንም እንግዲህ ሀገራችን በአሁን ጊዜ ያለችበት ሁኔታ ይታወቃል። በዚህ ሰዓት ሀገራችንን በዓለም አቀፍ ደረጃ ሰንደቅ ዓላማዋ እንደዚህ እንዲውለበለብ ላደረጉ አትሌቶቻችን እጅግ ላቅ ያለ ምስጋና ማቅረብ እፈልጋለሁ። እንኳን ደስ አላችሁ ኢትዮጵያውያን፣ እንኳን ደስ አለን። እስከ መጨረሻ እዩት፣ ተመልከቱት።
Tsegaye looking around. It's Gloria Kite on the curb. Tsegaye leading, Kite in second. Kite third. Sayum, the other of the Ethiopians, now in fourth. And how often have we seen this at the front of global distance races, male and female? The might of the two East African nations, separated by the vast, stunning Rift Valley. If you are a fan of distance running, both Kenya and Ethiopia are stunning countries to visit. There's some fantastic trails. You can get off-road and run in wonderful countryside. And you really feel the sense when you run in Kenya and Ethiopia. You really do feel that you're somewhere magical when it comes to distance running, even if you're just jogging along a 7-minute miling. There are runners everywhere of all abilities, some wearing tracksuits, some running in bare feet. Distance running is part of life in Ethiopia and Kenya, and it's a contributing reason, but not the only reason why the Ethiopians and the Kenyans enjoy so much success on the global stage, all of which, of course, is underpinned by incredible amounts of hard work. Yes, there is a certain advantage to being born at altitude, but without the graft that goes along with it, the performances wouldn't come. The longer this race goes on, you suspect the more it plays into the hands of Gudaf Tsegaye. Just getting an update on the statistics of Kip Karui. She is an excellent runner. Just on the right of picture there, she's the Kenyan, but she represents Kazakhstan, so she has that rather distinctive pale blue and yellow vest. Tsegaye has got brilliant raw speed. That's why she was almost able to live with the pace of Faith Kipyegon in the 1500 metres. Very steady again now, Dan. Nobody's really prepared to really go for this, and they'll have to at some stage because there's only 5 laps to go.
Well, it's interesting, yeah, it looks like a game of cat and mouse right now, but what this is doing, though, is it's also allowing a number of other athletes just to stay in this race. You'd think that the Kenyans and the Ethiopians could just actually pour it on and break away from this pack. But they just continue to lead one another here. Kite, Tsegaye, back and forth, just taking turns, doing the work.
Side by side. And now, Letesabet Gide decides to try and inject some pace. She's had a look over her shoulder. Beatrice Chebet is there for Kenya. Kite on the inside. No move yet from the other of the Ethiopians. Gudaf Tsegaye, we've got a world indoor silver over the 1500. It's not a definitive move. She keeps looking round. This game of cat and mouse has to come to the boil at some stage soon. Sifan Hassan is still attached to the back of that group. Eilish McColgan beginning to lose ground. She's just on the right of picture. Gudaf Tsegaye is the second of the Ethiopians. She's not quite as tall as Latessa Gide, and Gide looks over her shoulder again and motions with her right arm, come on, let's do something. And Tsegaye responds, her teammate. Perhaps Latessa Gide feels the longer they allow the rest to stay in this group, the likelier it is that they don't have the last couple of laps all their own way. The rest are beginning to queue up. Kip Kemboi, the silver medalist from 2019. Don't rule out the other Kenyan, Kip Kirui, who represents Kazakhstan. She's back in around about 5th place with Sayum in 6th. Good running as well by the Americans to stay in touch in this final. Schweitzer and Krani just towards the back of that group. 3 laps to go now, and it still feels cagey. And Latessa Gide still looking over her shoulder. The Ethiopians have done the clean sweep in 2005 and 2015. Great atmosphere in the stadium. The crowd here are not just interested in sprints, and they're not just interested in American gold, silver and bronze. They've roared for some of the East African nations in the distance events so far, and there'll be a big cheer as they get towards the bell, but there's a little bit of work to do yet. Now Gide goes to the front. Surely she's going to strike out now. It's fractionally quicker. They had a 71, that's a 70. And Gudaf Tsegaye in second place is having a look at the big screen, and she won't necessarily like what she's seen because all the big contenders are right behind her. And we haven't really spoken about Sifan Hassan, the Olympic champion. She did an unprecedented double in Doha, winning the 1500 and the 10,000. No one's ever done that, and won a medal at the 1500 after winning the 5 and the 10 last year. She was off the podium in the 10,000 metres, but with 800 to go, she's just at the back of that group. 3 Ethiopians, but 2 Kenyans are there, and the athlete from Kazakhstan. Surely this is playing into the hands of the 1500-metre specialists, and if Sifan Hassan can rediscover her explosive speed, maybe she can get herself on the podium here after being bitterly disappointed in the 10,000 metres. Remember, the 5,000-metre Olympic champion has had a hard year, and she started her season late, but Hassan responds. Tsegaye leads from Gide, Beatrice Chebet and Kip Kemboi are right up there. Kite has drifted off the pace, the third of the Kenyans. It's anyone's race now as they come round with 500 metres to go. It's been one of the cagiest races over 12 and a half laps I can ever remember. But now it's about to explode into life. They take the bell in the final of the women's 5,000 metres. Gudaf Tsegaye leads. She got a silver in the 1500. In second place, Sifan Hassan. She's the Olympic champion. What a fantastic victory it would be for her. She's done virtually nothing all season, but they ran the early laps so slowly it's played into the sprinters' hands. Beatrice Chebet, the World Junior Cross Country champion, trying to come up on the outside of Tsegaye, and Tsegaye has drifted towards the outside of lane 1, and that's allowed Sifan Hassan to come through on the inside. They're running so close together, these 3. It's a miracle they haven't tripped each other up. Hassan has got the inside line, but has she got the speed? It's been a difficult season for the Dutch woman. Tsegaye's coming past her. Silver in the 1500. Little by little, Tsegaye's pulling away. A great effort by Chebet, the cross-country specialist. But Gudaf Tsegaye takes the 5,000 metre title. Chebet takes the silver, and it's a bronze for Gudaf Tsegaye Won. It was just too slow for the likes of Tsegaye Won to live with the explosive pace at the end. It was so tense and